Bold Strokes Books is 6 years old in July, so we're coming up on a big birthday for us. And I've been asked recently about the new directions of Bold Strokes, which is actually very interesting for me because it's not a new direction at all. It's a direction that's always been planned, in that this year we are bringing out our first young adult works. And last fall, we brought out our first books in the Liberty editions, which features primarily gay male writers, but not exclusively gay male writers. We are also bringing out, it's called The Perfect Family. The Perfect Family is a beautiful book written by Catherine Shea. Catherine is a Harlequin super romance writer, a very popular romance author in the mainstream. This book is a very personal work for her, in that it's the story of a family whose 17-year-old son comes out as gay and what they go through. And it's very personal to Catherine, whose son is also gay. So I'm very excited that we're able to bring this book out in the Liberty editions. So when I first started Bold Strokes, which was in the summer of 2004, I was the only author. And the next author I signed was Kim Baldwin. And shortly thereafter, Ronnie Black and Jane Fletcher, and I've always been really good at finding talent. And initially, I wanted to establish the company, and obviously, as a lesbian author writing for lesbians, that was my focus. But I always intended that Bold Strokes would be a very broad-based company with a great deal of depth and a lot to offer the gay and lesbian community, the queer community, in terms of fiction. So adding the guys, it was just the right time. And it was a perfect storm, and in many senses a very disastrous perfect storm, when many of the large publishing companies began closing their gay lines. And that's where many of the guys were publishing. So within the last 18 months, I would say probably all of the major gay and lesbian lines within large corporate publishing companies closed. And a lot of the guys were looking for publishers. And because I knew it was something I wanted to do, that was the time to do it. So I let them know that we were very happy to publish them. We will be publishing by the end of this year about 6 guys, some general fiction, mysteries, some erotica, pretty much anything across the spectrum. David Matthew Barnes will be bringing out a young adult work, which is really nice, with 2 gay boys and a young straight girl who's their friend. So it's a really very affirming, positive work. Linda Sandoval is bringing out Father Knows Best, which is a young adult work, which is not gay, but it has a very queer sensibility. There are some lesbian secondary characters in it. And basically, we are trying to bring out works that speak to the world about community. Yes, primarily the gay and lesbian and queer community, but community in a broader sense as well. So that's the direction I've always wanted to take, and it's just a question of building to that point and adding these various new lines as the time becomes appropriate. And we've obviously moved very rapidly and in a big way into ebooks. Electronic publishing is all anybody's talking about these days. And as publishers are very quick to point out, e-publishing is a very small percentage of sales, but it's without doubt the future. And when it will become a major part of our sales, I don't know. I think it will be sooner rather than later. So we're very excited about adding the Eros division, which is both ebooks and print books simultaneously with a focus on e-marketing, and they've been doing very well. So Bold Strokes is is moving forward in all areas at a time when economically, with the economic climate, many publishers are pulling back, and I think that's exactly the wrong direction to go. So we're not backing off at all.